So, hi. All right. This I'm actually going to do it live, even though I'm normally I just record and then upload. Um, so officially, I am out of quarantine. Notice the room looks different. Yes. Okay. I am actually at the Holiday Inn Express in Shanghai, on Zhengxing. Anyway, basically downtown Shanghai, and the hotel itself has been really great. Michael Emerald, they're folks at the front desk who have been very helpful, wonderful, wonderful individuals. Has just been really like a really positive experience so far. Um, so I got out of quarantine on Wednesday out of the Grace Hotel, which was about an hour away from here. It was closer towards the airport, but it was still like a half hour away from the airport. So I'm not sure where I was. Um, but got out of the Grace Hotel. A colleague of mine, he was like, we were supposed to check out. I was supposed to leave at around 3 o'clock. Wound up leaving at around 12 noon, 12:30. Um, just a lot. um, it wound up being that I had originally my basically line manager had ordered a taxi for both of us. He wanted to order a taxi for both of us, and so I just kind of went with it. Um, but when he ordered the taxi, it wasn't big enough for both of us to fit our bags in, so he went on, and then my line manager still wound up having to order a taxi for me. Um, Came to the hotel, um, and checked in. That was one of the best check-in experiences in a foreign country that I've ever had, and I don't say that lightly. Um, and I've, checked into a lot of hotels over the years, right? Um, there is a young lady by the name of Emerald, who has been extremely helpful. She is, of course, bilingual, um, but just very, very helpful. Um, Needless to say, checked in, got upstairs, came into the room, and I've been pleasantly surprised. Um, Normally, Tara, considering this is really for you, not really for other folks, you were raised in Hilton. You were raised going to Hilton, and and when you got into your not military, but um, when you got on the road and started being a consultant, you tended to do Marriott, so Hilton Marriott. Well, this is an IGH or IHG hotel, so it's under the IHG brand, and I gotta tell you, it's consistent. Very, very like I'll show probably in a later video, but the bathroom, the lighting, even something as simple as having a touch lamp, very helpful. Just really, really well done. So something that you're seeing are the brands in essence coming up. And that is refreshing. Just came back from breakfast. Their breakfast they have, of course, it's China, which is awesome. I can have a Western breakfast, which is usually what I eat if I eat breakfast at all. Normally, you just drink coffee and you're good. Um, but they have the Western version, and then they have the Chinese version. Um, so, those that differentiation uh, is helpful and good. Um, and it just has been for the most part a positive experience. Update: I still don't have my bags from FedEx here in Shanghai. still dealing with crapola. Um, and then they finally, so I sent a message to them saying that, hello, I've gotten in contact with customs. They don't have anything that I've sent to you. What is your issue? And they, all of a sudden, things were taken care of and released. And so at this point, Luggage Forward uh, and I and Chinese customs are just trying to figure out what the heck is, up with FedEx here in Shanghai. I received a notification basically saying that they want to charge more money. And they already tried that trick and say, oh, we'll bring cash. Right. So we'll see what happens, what transpires with that. But the bottom line is that, it's been, I don't know how many days now, and having issues with FedEx in Shanghai. So for those, if anyone else watches, my videos, be mindful of that, apparently. And I'm not sure what the issue is with that, but hopefully it will be addressed and successfully, and I'll hopefully get my bags this week without being having money extorted. Um, because the bottom line is I'm a teacher, and we don't make a lot of money. Uh, so what else? I asked my line manager, Fiona, who's been very helpful, about looking for apartments. So hopefully, I am supposed to have someone from my company from EF that is supposed to help me with that. Hopefully, I'll let you know, Tara, what happens with that. Um, there, I'm still doing contract negotiations, not negotiation by any means, but things that um, should have transpired before I came to China. But in the hustle and bustle, it just didn't happen. And so my recruiter did the best that he could, but there was an important document, i.e., the contract, the real actual contract that I didn't receive until I actually came. I received a condensed version of the contract, but it's not the full contract. And so when I got to China, I looked at the contract, and there were some differences, and so I've got to wait until I hear back from my recruiter to find out what the deal is on some of the questions that I have. So I'm hoping everything works out, but I'm also being fluid during this time, and you know, not just being fluid, but being to a place of, all right, what's for you is for you, and you've come so far, and just not to be discouraged because this has not been easy. It's not, but I'm here, and I've had some really positive experiences, primarily with Chinese people. Um, I Someone asked me, they said, okay, well, how is it? How are they? It's been fabulous. It's been really wonderful. Um, I liken them to New Yorkers, very much like New Yorkers, in very straightforward, no nonsense, very blunt, which, hello, it's me. I like that. Um, but they really care. And I could use that right now. I could use people in my life that really care, where I'm not just part of a system, but that they take care of each other when it really comes down to it. At least that's what I've experienced. Um, and I learned Wu Shi Lao Shi, which means I am, or Wu is I, Shi is am, Lao Shi is teacher. Lao Shi means teacher. And so it was the coolest thing. Uh, the hotel backs up to like a mall, like an indoor outdoor mall, and it was just the most awesome thing. I went downstairs finally, and all the people that I've been talking to in English, trying to translate. Um, and I finally was able to say something to them in Chinese, and it was so awesome, and they were so cool, and like it made me I'm hoping for the best, but I'm also remaining fluid. I'm really hoping that um, you know I will be able to, in essence, get what I need to get. Uh, and be able to stay on with EF, um, get some of my questions answered, um, because there's been an investment on both ends. So that's where I am. It is 8:18 a.m. Sunday, April 5th, and I have, basically, I my schedule right now is I'm off Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And so today is a work day. It's Sunday. So I'm, working Sunday, Monday, off Tuesday, Wednesday, and then, the rest of the time I'm working. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Um, so I kind of got to get acclimated to that, especially with Easter coming up, because that's one uh, truly Christian holiday that I celebrate and I've always celebrated. So I've got to figure out kind of, what to do with that. Um, some good things are that I found the grocery store downstairs. Um, Hopefully, I did get a SIM card finally from EF, but it does not. I still am not on WeChat, which is an integral part of Chinese culture today. Everything is done on WeChat. You pay bills on WeChat. You find people on WeChat. You do everything on WeChat. And without me having WeChat, or having internet outside of a hotel building or a building, I can't navigate. I can't do the things that I need to do. And so I'm hoping that EF, basically, your places that you gravitate towards. And so I'm the only person at my center. Um, and so, it's again, I'm kind of isolated, but I have met some of the trainers and felt like I have connected a little bit with them. So hopefully, I'll be able to have, when I get to my center, because I have yet to go to my center. Uh, Hopefully, I'll be able to connect with other trainers at my center and get to know people that way as well. Um, so I have I'm gonna cut it short because I'm almost at 15 minutes and I don't like that. I need to keep my video short, really short. Um, I've been doing a lot of online training. Not a lot. Been doing all online training. I want to do more online education, more online training, but I am a kids and teens teacher, so the expectation is obviously that I'll actually have classes, physical classes, but they have not. We don't have physical classes right now in China or anywhere in the world because of COVID-19. COVID-19, um, the coronavirus is everywhere, and schools all over the world have shut down. Like people, they call it social distancing, and people are not getting together, hanging out, because of the fact that they are really afraid and concerned about COVID 19 and catching COVID 19. People have, you know, um, passed on. But again, it's like the flu, and people pass on from the flu. If you're really super young or really super old, the only difference with COVID-19 is that it seems like it's targeting, more mature people, not the babies, which has been good. So, and I am obviously out of quarantine, so I have antibodies, and I've been, in essence, so far so good. Um, I did do my medical check last week. Forget what day it was. So Other than that, uh, yeah, so hopefully everything will work out. I'm believing that it will. I know that I've come way too far, experienced way too much for it not to. So I'm still remaining positive. That I'll get answers to my questions that'll be satisfactory, that I can move forward, and so that I can start, basically making money. Um, but other than that, that's it. So I have to jump to my online meeting with my manager, with Fiona, and I think another teacher, Mara. Pretty sure it's another teacher. So other than that, Tara, keep your head up. Remember that this is your journey. It's not anyone else's journey. You are going to continue no matter what. And that, you just keep moving forward. You've had a lot of things thrown at you, but you're still here. And so that's something that you've got to remember. No matter what, you have to be vigilant about that and remember that you have proven yourself to yourself. I'm not going to say forget other people, but um, it's significant that you are here. It is significant um, that you are here and that you're persevering and that you're learning a brand new language from scratch. So, that's something that's really important to kind of remember. Okay. Other than that, just keep your head up and bye.